Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shell Craft One and my old barn door, and I am back today working in the Farmhouse Christmas journal. And as you can see, we have a little bit of an alligator mouth, but I'm okay with that because there's lots of goodies in here for the person who's going to be getting this journal. I did turn it into a billowing journal. I just have to. I just can't not. So she billows out everywhere, as you can see, and I love her. So today I wanted to play with napkins in our journal and do a couple of things just to show you some different ways to use napkins in our journal. So that's what we're going to do. I have some napkins picked out, and then I also already have a spot in here that has some napkins in the spot where I want to play with them. So we'll start there first, and then we'll kind of go from there to see. I have some super cute napkins that some sweet friends have sent me along the way, and then I still have this whole bag of napkins. So we have lots to play with. So you want napkins. I always like to have some wax paper, some wax paper handy, because I like if I'm gonna do work with napkins in a journal that's already put together, I want to put wax paper underneath so that I don't get the glue on anything else. So let's just get started, and let me find. I have my page marked. Okay, it's right here. So let me get my little clip here, and we will hold her open this way. All right, so I put paper clips on it just to kind of mark my spot and keep it in place. And let me just make sure I'm in frame here. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so here's the page that I wanted to put napkins on, and it was that just that plain white page that was on the back of this black and white one. Let me just clip this too. There we go. So I just kind of wanted to accent the page with some napkins. Now you can do this one of two ways. You can either do it with Mod Podge, or you can do it with a glue stick. It's according to what your preference is. Each one has a different feel to it when it's done. Like when you do it with a glue stick, it has a more fabric feel or a cloth-like feel, whereas when you do it with the Mod Podge, it's a little rougher. And you can sand it down too if you want to, but I actually like the texture of it, so I generally just leave it like it is. So I think for this page, I think I want to use the Mod Podge. So in order to do that, I'm just going to take my wax paper and I'm just going to place it right underneath here, and then get our Mod Podge. This is my homemade Mod Podge. It's just 1 part water and 2 parts glue. Is generally how I make my Mod Podge. Now, you don't want your brush super wet. So I take mine out of the jar. I just have that one jar that I keep my Mod Podge brushes in. So I'm just going to wipe it off on, I just wiped it off on a paper towel. So let's just get a little Mod Podge on here. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way so that I don't mess up. So this is one way. There's lots and lots of ways you can use napkins in your journals. You can put it directly on a page. You can put it on tags. Lots of fun things you can do with napkins on tags. I mean, you can literally make it look like you painted it on there if you do it right. You know, it's just according to how you apply it and what you do with it. You know, you can do lots of mixed media stuff with it. But I kind of like a rougher look, so I like it with wrinkles in it. I don't try to smooth out the wrinkles as, you know, I like leaving the wrinkles in there. All right, so now we're going to put this one here. And almost think I want to come up a little with it, and I'm okay if it gets on the page tab. Excuse me, I'm going to have to clear my throat. I've got a frog. Sorry about that. Probably should just get me a drink of coffee. I just made a fresh pot of coffee, and it is sitting right beside me, cooling off. It was really, really hot, so I think I will just grab a drink real quick. That's good coffee. Helps my throat. I'm telling you, my allergies have just been horrible lately. It's like constantly had problems with getting a frog in my throat and sneezing and coughing, and not really coughing, more just sneezing. But sometimes I usually take an allergy pill every day. Y'all, I never had to do that till I moved to Tennessee. I didn't have that problem when I lived in Georgia. All right, so we've got our napkin on the page. And so I'm going to take my heat tool and I'm going to dry it real quick so that we can turn the page and go to the next spot. So hang on. Okay, so I have it dry, and even though I feel like it's all the way dry, you know, you may have a little spot of wet here or there. So I'm going to take my wax paper and I'm just going to lay it down on top of that so that we can move on to the next spot that we're going to work on. And that way I can make sure it doesn't stick to this pretty page. And then once I know for sure it's dry completely, then we can come back and take that paper out. Okay, next spot I want to work on is this spot. This is the center of the signature. And I had worked on these bags last year, and this is a different napkin, but it's got kind of the same trees that are in that one we just did. And then I had this one that I had worked on last year, and I absolutely love, love, love the reindeer. So I thought we could use these to accentuate the center of the signature and make it pretty. And then I have some goodies that I want to put in these bags. I think what I want to do in these bags is put a bunch of the scrap pieces of the papers that I used in the journal. I want to fill these little bags with things for whoever gets the journal to be able to have them in the journal, and that way if she wants to take it, she or he, whoever gets it wants to take it on the go, they will have everything that they need to kind of collage or do what they need to in the journal on the go. Okay, so I'm trying to decide how I want to put these in here. I think I want to make them go in kind of like a tip in. But do I want them to tip in this way or this way, so that, you know, this way or this way? I can't decide. I'm just going to fold this little bag here like this. See, it will sit like that in the journal, and then it'll be stuffed with all kinds of goodies. And I think it would be okay to open it up this way. Don't y'all? Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, let me just look at something real quick before I decide to do this. Okay, we've got the page tab there, because I was thinking if I wrap it around the page, whoops, you know, like that, but then that would kind of not be pretty on this side. Okay, so let's just do it like this, like I first had it. All right, so I think what I'm going to use, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac and just put a strip of this Fabri-Tac right down through here. You know what though, before we do that, let's put something pretty on the back of the napkin. I mean the bag, because why not? Okay, we should probably put something on the back of both of them. So let's just find something real quick. Hang on, let me look in my bag. Okay, so I've scooted the book over so we can put something pretty on the backs of these. So I think I like this. And then this says Happy Holidays. Maybe we could put that kind of at the top of the bag. But then I didn't want to leave it kind of blank. So I have these sweet little napkins. I got them in a little tissue pack at Hobby Lobby last year. They're little hankies. And I thought maybe if we put that barn on there, the barnwood on there, I thought that would look super cute. And then on this side, I thought, I don't know, I can't decide between the bird and Santa's face, but y'all know how much I love Santa's face. And I'm thinking I gotta have Santa's face on there, so I think we might use this one. So I need to grab a piece of tape so I can take, okay, so let's put these to the side. Well, that was fairly easy. Whoops. And I don't throw away this part because I can use it with my mixed media goodies. So we will save those pieces. These may only be 2-ply. Nope, I think they're 3. I'm impressed. I don't know, they may only be 2. Nope, they're 3. Wow, I'm definitely impressed. Okay, let's get rid of this tape. Hopefully we'll be able to see the grain of this once we get it on there. Oh goodness, I don't know how to fold these, so we're just going to lay them in a pile over there. Okay. All right, so let's do this one first. So I think I'm going to put the chickens on the back of the reindeer. And I don't want, maybe we can do the wood grain this way. No. I think we're going to need to do it this way. Okay, so if we do it this way, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this. I just, I'm not going to use that. I just can't. I don't know. Maybe we'll just use this part. Let's put this down and see what it looks like and let it dry. And then we'll come back to it. Because that's what I have to do when, you know, when I'm trying to do something and it's just not coming together for me, or I just don't feel like I like it, you know, then I just do what part I do like, and then I'll set it aside for a little bit, come back to it, and see what else it needs. So I think that's what we're going to do with this. And I like having the little wreath on there. I think it's super cute. Whoops. Make sure you get around your edges really well. Just want to move around on me. There we go. I think we've, uh-oh. I tore it a little, but that's okay. All right, we're going to put this down maybe right here. I think we've moved off the wax paper just a little, but it'll be okay. Because what we might can do is come back and put one of our little red trucks on here off of one of the other napkins. I'm thinking that's what I may do, because it's, you know, it's kind of white, which is fine. I'm just going to tear this piece away while it's cooperating with me. I've got napkin stuck to my hand. Okay. All right, so I'm going to let this one sit aside and dry for a minute. I've got the fan on, so we should be good to go with that. And then we will put Santa on this one. Oh, and you know what? I probably should have looked at that one and noticed which way the it was going to fold, but that's okay. We'll work around it. All right, so I think I'm just going to tear Santa out because I don't like a perfectly square piece of napkin on a bag, because it just looks too perfect to me. But at the same time, I kind of want the green stripes on there, so I may tear the one side and then leave the green stripes on the one side. Okay. I'm going to put him in the bag because I've got my fan on and it's blowing it. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. And if we need to, we could put some greenery or something around it just to accentuate the edges or whatever, or kind of conceal and hide the edges, so to speak. Hope y'all are doing okay today. I hope you're having a great day. I don't know what day you'll be seeing this video because I am pre-recording. But I hope that it's a wonderful day for you. Okay, that one was quick and easy. And I actually think I like the green stripes. I mean, I like, you know, I think I will just leave it like it is what I mean. Okay, so let's, I'm going to wipe off some of this glue, and then I'm going to get my heat tool out and dry these, but I'm not going to do it on camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have these dry for the most part. This one's still got a couple of little damp spots on it, but I'm okay with that. And actually, I love how the Santa turned out, but I really love the simplicity of this. And I don't think I want to add anything else to it. I think I just want to leave just the words and the wreath on here. And that way you could actually journal on the lines of this if you wanted to. But I just think it's pretty, just like this. So sometimes less is more. And that's what we're going to do with this one. Okay, so let's grab our journal back over here. Okay, and we have our fold here. So I'm just going to take some Fabri-Tac glue and just put it down in a line here. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of turn this sideways a little so that I can see a little better, and then I'm just going to lay it in right there, just like so, and I'm going to let it sit there for a minute so it can get a good hold. Okay, while we're waiting on the glue on that one to dry, let's go ahead and decide where we're going to fold this one. And I don't know if y'all can see it on camera, but you see how the edge is a little bit ruffly even on these edges? I like that. Most of the time I don't like that, and I will cut those off, but I actually like the look of it on this particular bag, so we're going to keep it. So I think I'm trying to decide which way I want to fold it, because this image, I have a lot going on this image. So if I fold it on this side, I'm going to fold the reindeer's nose. But if I fold it on this side, I think we're not going to cover anything up. So if I just fold a little bit right here, yeah, I think that's what we're going to need to do. And that's just enough to give it a good hold. Okay, I'm going to press down on this a little bit more real quick just to make sure our glue is adhering. Let's check it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's going to be cute. I think I like it. Okay, so let's just add our Fabri-Tac on this one. Now again, if you wanted to, you could stitch these in, but you would want to do it before you put the book together, just, you know, for ease of use. It would make it easier. Or you can do a faux stitch on it, and basically you would just put a strip of paper right here, stitch it to the bag, and then still glue it into the page like I just did. Okay, now I'm going to turn this sideways so that we can kind of line the bags up because they're the same size bags. And we're just going to lay him down there. I'm not going all the way to the crease. Well, I kind of did on that one, but I don't want to with this one because I don't want it to bulk it up so much. Because I'm going to need these gussets because these bags, I'm going to stuff these bags and it's going to give it alligator mouth a little bit more, but I'm okay with that because like I say, it's going to be scrap things that I'm going to put in here for whoever gets the journal to use in the journal. Okay, we're going to need to leave that laying open for a second because that's still kind of wet. Let me put the heat gun on it just another minute. I'm gonna pause you. Hang on. Okay, I think we're dry enough now. So now, you know, when you open up to the center page, you're flipping through here, you open it up and you've got these beautiful napkins or pockets that are embellished with these beautiful napkins, and you can put whatever you want to in the pockets. And like I say, I'm going to put some pretty scraps in here that, you know, she can use in the journal, or whoever gets it. So those are just a couple of ideas. You know, you can take napkins and just put it on a page. Like if, you know, if this page is too plain for you, which there's not a lot of plain pages in this journal because I have issues with that. You know, but you could take something like this on a napkin and just rip this part out right here and just, you know, kind of put it up on the edge. That would be super pretty. So you could do something like that, or on like this page, you know, either side of this page. I kind of have left it for a journaling spot, but you know, you could put something pretty, like you could put that flower up there just to give it a little pop of color. Or like on the red, you know, because the red one is kind of blank, but you know, you've got plenty of color on this page. So, but you know, it would be super pretty to maybe like collage some vintage book page or vintage music right there, and then put the bird on top of it, just kind of like in the corner with that leafy green, and that would be really pretty too. So, you know what? I might put this little piece. This might be the first scrap that I put in the bag in the center for whoever gets the journal. So I think I might have to fold it for it to fit okay. But we'll just put this little piece in here for whoever gets it, and they can put it wherever they want to in the journal because it's really, really pretty. Okay, so let's do that. So anyways, that's just a couple of ways that you can use napkins in your journal. Not that I'm teaching you anything. It's really just a craft with me. I really just like to talk to y'all while I'm crafting. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it, and I love y'all real big. So if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you will. I think our journal is pretty much finished, other than the cover and the pretties that I'm going to put on the billowing elements. So I will get that finished, and then I'll come back and do a final flip through of the journal for y'all, and y'all can run to the shop and grab it if you love it. All right, thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great day. Big hugs.